going around again. More than 5 years after we saw the first cases of COVID in the U.S., we are seeing a small surge of the virus. COVID hospitalizations and COVID deaths are both up over the last few weeks.
Our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, is here with us to chat again about COVID. We seem to have had a summer wave of COVID, and I feel like now more than ever, there is at least in my neighborhood, there's an uptick at the kids' school. I just recently recovered from it. So is there indeed an uptick right now with COVID?
Very much so. In fact, what we're seeing with COVID year after year is that we get waves in the winter and we get waves in the summer. And you think about, ladies, why that happens. We get sick in the winter because we travel, right? The variants emerge, we get immunity, then our immunity wanes in about 6 months, and that's when the summer wave tends to happen. So there is a wave going on right now all across the nation for sure. Sorry to hear that you had COVID. How was it for you?
Alex knows, we were texting back and forth. At first I thought I had a head cold like she did. And then like around day 4, day 5, it was brutal. I'll be honest. I know everyone's going to have different symptoms, but it wiped me out completely energy wise. But what was different about when I had it prior is this time it felt like I was swallowing like chunks of glass.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one is being called the razor blade variant.
Oh, great. That sounds appropriate.
Because it's causing a really, really nasty sore throat. Now, most of the other symptoms are the same as prior variants, but we do have a new variant right now. It used to be something called the Nimbus variant. Now it's called the Stratus variant. And the Stratus variant is badder than ever because it's more infectious. So you're not likely to get sicker, but you're more likely to get infected. So it spreads more effectively. And essentially what it is a combination of 2 different prior variants. It took kind of the most aggressive parts of its parents and turned itself into this new variant. And the Stratus variant has now become dominant in the United States, 78% of cases in the last 6 months. So it first emerged in March, but now that's the dominant one.
I feel like it's a good time to kind of take us back to basics because Sam and I both kind of, what we thought had a head cold, and I indeed did, but it never crossed my mind to take a COVID test. Kept my oldest daughter out of school for 2 days because she had a cold. Never crossed my mind to test her for COVID. I think we're kind of out of that mindset. But should we be testing? How, should we be staying out of work? Can you walk us through those basics that we don't think about anymore?
And I'm glad we're talking about this because we've changed from pandemic to endemic. COVID is here to stay. COVID is going to have waves. It's going to continue to mutate. It's one of the fastest mutating viruses. So I would say you always think COVID first. Right now, flu activity is low, RSV activity is low. So the head cold that you have, knowing that COVID is surging in wastewater, it's most likely to be COVID. Now, it could still be other things. So test for flu, test for RSV, especially for young kids as well. But test early. And the reason you want to test early for a few reasons. Number one is because it influences your treatment. Now, Sam, I don't know if you took treatment or not.
I didn't. They said it was too late.
Yeah.
To take Paxlovid?
Paxlovid. Yep. And so thankfully our antivirals, which is the treatment that we have, Paxlovid, it still works against this variant. It's an Omicron descendant, so it's not more aggressive, but you want to take it early. In fact, as early as possible at the first sign of symptoms, perhaps even for high-risk people at the first sign of exposure. So that's reason number 2 to test. If you live with a high-risk person or may have exposed a high-risk person, if you're positive, they may actually want to talk to their doctor about taking Paxlovid as well. And then the third reason to test is because it decides when you go back to school. So for your kids or for yourself, you really want to, I like to say, a test to return strategy. So you really want to test negative before you return.
That's what I did.
And that's if you're not taking Paxlovid. Sometimes you can wait 24 hours until the last fever as well.
Okay, so it's not like a 10-day thing. It's just kind of 24 hours after you test negative and you should be good to go.
You can be back to work.
Okay, good to know.
And then let me ask you this. We only have about 20 seconds, but now that I have it, do I now go get my vaccine or booster? What do people do after they've had it?
So you have antibodies. How many antibodies you have depends on how old you are. You're nice and young, so you've got a nice, robust response. It depends on, how badly you were sick, and it sounds like you had it pretty bad, so you probably made a good antibody response. And then also whether you've been vaccinated. That improves your antibody response. So you'll peak antibodies at 2 to 4 weeks after infection, so you're most protected right now. You'll start to wane around 3 months. Some people last 6 to 8 months. I would say 3 months is a good time, so you don't need your COVID booster yet. But come Christmas, it'll be time for you to get it.
Good. I will do it. I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, the glassy throat.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Dr. Kohli, thank you.